Welcome to another edition of You Just Been Served with your host, Dynamite. Right now, we'll be predicting the Bears season, each game, and giving you a final. I'm going to let you guys know what I think their record will end up being at the end of the season. So first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos, for subscribing, commenting, and everything. And I just really appreciate it. You know, like I said, man, this gives little guys like us a chance to voice our opinion. So right now, man, I want to say that now that we know the injury report and the depth chart with the Chicago Bears, that we could go ahead and pick some games. And real quick, shout out to Cal Long, who just, inked a brand new extension. So shout out to him. But let's get right to it, man. Let's go down the list week by week and let's pick these games, starting with this week at the Texans, which is going to be tough. The Texan defense is really good. They front seven, they defensive end, Clowney and J.J. Watt Sears go play. It's going to be tough because y'all know how Jay is under heat. And I think it's going to take the offensive line a couple of weeks to gel together with the additions of Josh Sitton and all of that stuff, man. So this going to be a difficult game and we go start off 0-1. But things should get better for us on Monday Night Football the next week as the Eagles come in, and I feel like we'll win that game. Then we go to Dallas with their quarterback issues. We should win that game. You know, we face some young quarterbacks early, and we need to take advantage. Then we get into the division with the Lions coming to Soldier Field, and we got to rebound. They beat us both games the last 2 years. I think that we get them this game. And then we go to the Colts, which a lot of people think that we'll lose that game, but I think that's a winnable game in a dome, not too far from Chicago. People praise Luck a little bit too much for me. I think he overrated, and I think he will throw us the ball. I think we could win that game and start this season off 4-1. Then we come home to Jacksonville Jaguars. They rebuilding and they doing good, but this is a winnable game that we should win, and we go 5-1, which leads us to Packer Week. Thanksgiving week in Lambeau Field. We did it last year. Why can't we do it this year? We start this season off with basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins and be 5-1 as we go into the Vikings week, and they'll be here. And with their quarterback situation, we don't know if that's going to help them by the end or hurt them, but I also feel like that is a game that we definitely could win, and it's looking good for the first half of the season for our Chicago Bears, man. You know, believe it or not, I feel like all of these is honest picks, and we can win these games. Okay, and then we got the Buccaneers and the Giants. These two games are tricky because we already on like a 5 or 6 game win streak, and I just don't see us continuing it. So one of these games going to be a slip up, so I feel like we lose one of these two. So I'll come back during the bye week, baby, and, say some remarks about that. So we win one of the two between the Buccaneers and the Giants. And then we got the Titans and 49ers at home. Both winnable games. We should be able to pull both of those games out, man. And then go to Detroit. Now, at this time of season, with injuries and everything, we don't know how people, teams go be and stuff like that. So it could be tricky inside the dome. And I feel like we may lose this game. Then we get the Packers and the Redskins at Soldier Field. Now, we've been playing bad there this year, but if we could turn that around and win some games at Soldier Field this year, we'll be in pretty good shape, man. I just don't think the Packers, I think they go in the opposite way now. It's time for them to go down, and it's time for us to come up. Everything's setting up like that for us this year, man. So I feel like we go win the Packers game. The Redskins game go be tough, but we got to pull that out, and then we end the season on the road against the Vikings in the game that may or may not decide us having home field throughout the playoffs. That's right. I'm picking the Chicago Bears to go 13-3, make the playoffs, and be the number 1 seed in the NFC. This schedule is very vulnerable for the Bears, man. They can win these games if they play together. I was saying on my last video all the weapons we got on the offensive line, and I wanted to touch bases about the weapons we got throughout the offense. Kevin White wasn't here last year. We got Miller starting, who should be a weapon right off the bat. Eddie Royer was hurt. Alshon was hurt. Both of them coming back full should be, help us out. And then the offensive line is much stronger and deeper. So everybody thinking the defenses go lead. I'm looking for the offense and Jay to set the tone. Jay to have his biggest year of his career and lead this team to the playoffs. And in the playoffs, anything can happen. I'll come back and give my commentary on the playoffs at that time. But until then, look forward to me doing each Bears post-game show immediately as the game go off. I'm going to do it as soon as the game go off and post it because I don't want any other commentaries or post-game shows to influence what I have to say. And my co-host Atlantis Giovanni will be in the building. Again, stay tuned. Let me know. Comment. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about the what I just said as far as each game, and let me know what you guys think the record go be. Alright, man, I see y'all after the game Sunday, man. It's gonna be a loss this week, but we'll bounce back in a big way if y'all watch my video. Alright, you just been served with your host Dynamite from Chicago. Pew.